What if I were to suggest that you play a key role in the awakening world? And that you are watching this because you have heard the call. We can start right now by opening our hearts and minds. Welcome to the awakening world.
Good evening, everybody. I am Love Coach Scott Katamas, and I'm honored to be your host for tonight's show. Actually, get to co-host with Deborah Giusti, and you'll meet her in a moment. But welcome. I see a lot of our regular friends in the Zoom room, and I see a lot of new friends who have joined us. So welcome to the Awakening World. I also really want to thank John and Summer Raymer. They run the Sign Network, that's S-I-N-E, because they get us out to over 100 Facebook groups and pages. So a lot of you are watching us on Facebook. I also want to acknowledge those who are watching on Alan Steinfeld's YouTube channel or our YouTube channel, or our newest broadcast partner, Sheila Seppi's Conscious Awakening Network. So if you're watching on any of those platforms, welcome. And I want to invite you, come join the Global Peace Tribe. We do 3 shows every weekend, sometimes more, and it's a wonderful place to get all the information and inspiration to make it through these challenging times. And it's really easy to join. Just go to globalpeacetribe.com, globalpeacetribe.com, and you'll see what says join the new season right now, and so that takes you to our registration page. And these are some of the wonderful people that co-host with me on a regular basis or appear on the show. And as I said, we do 3 shows every weekend. Last night we had Shri and Kira coming to us from Ecuador. Of course, tonight, an amazing show all about Ascension. Deborah will tell you about it in a moment. And then tomorrow, our Sacred Sunday show, we're getting ready for the winter solstice with an entire show of music, magic, and miracles with some really wonderful musical guests and a pagan priestess. So we always are mixing it up, and it's a wonderful group of people to be a part of. We do retreats, we have big events, and it's a really wonderful family. So come join the tribe. All right. Well, it's all about Ascension, and for that, I'm so grateful that Deborah Giusti, who's really kind of the queen of Ascension, of course, many of you know her from back when we co-hosted Saturday Night Alive together. We did 90 shows together. But Deborah has been fascinated with and studying Ascension. She knows all the best Ascension teachers, and she's invited them to be with us tonight. So with no further ado, I want to welcome my dear friend and co-host, Deborah.
Thank you, Scott. So great to be back here. And I want to share that I'm really happy and truly honored to have co-created this amazing program with you, Scott. Scott and I had an incredible 90 shows of Saturday Night Alive, providing deep wisdom, entertainment, and hope during the extremely dark times of the pandemic. Our contribution was driven by spirit, and there was lots of miracles along the way that allowed us to create at the level that we did. And one thing Scott and I have in common is being deeply committed and manifesting our divine missions. And as a lot of you know, we completed Saturday Night Alive in December 2021, and Scott went on to produce the Awakening World shows. And I really honor and support that mission he has. And I've gone on to create many other evolutionary projects and being on the cutting edge of the Planetary Ascension, which is my passion and which helped to bring you this incredible show tonight. My mission has always been the evolution of humanity and the planet, ever since the 60s when the first explosion happened with peace, love, and harmony. And there's my kitty. Much love. I call myself a spiritual entrepreneur supporting every evolution in consciousness with various businesses I created. And I consider one of my most important projects right now supporting the planetary ascension that is happening now. So tonight we invite you to join the planetary ascension. So what do we mean by ascension? And we're going to talk about that a lot tonight. But ascension is the accelerated spiritual process that's currently taking place within all planetary life forms during this very special cosmic evolutionary cycle. And the planetary ascension refers to, instead of just individual ascensions in our humanity, this is a time, because of the cosmic evolutionary cycle, humanity has exploded into a new level of awakening throughout the planet. So this awakening is really taking place all over the world. And we've seen it escalate in the past several years with the pandemic that actually served humanity by imposing a mandatory spiritual retreat where everyone had to stop their massive doing and really reflect on what it meant to be actually a being. And this pause allowed people to look inside themselves and their lives and see what was not operating in a healthy, higher level and see the opportunity to evolve. So all the challenge has really been that has been happening in this world does support the awakening. And I and all the presenters that are here tonight will share much more about the ascension during the show. As a connoisseur of ascension process, I'm happy to say that I brought some of my very favorite ascension teachers to the show to share with you now. And not only are they going to share dynamic information about the process, but since ascension is an experience and not just information and knowledge going to the head, we're going to facilitate a very powerful, expanded transmission, activation, meditation at the end with some of our ascension teachers. So please stick around for that. But right now, I'd love to introduce you to these amazing ascension teachers. First of all, I want to honor the Twin Ray. They will be with us later. They're founders of the Twin Ray, Shekina and Sananda. They're here to bring forth wisdom teachings from ancient spiritual science that prepares the physical body to harness enlightenment and liberation. Amazing. And we're so happy to have tonight William Henry. He's been one of my teachers forever. He's a major scholar, researcher on Ascension, and he's launched now his new book, Ascension, Divine Stories of Awakening, the Whole and Holy Being Within. Welcome, William. And we have some of my other very favorite teachers from a long time, the Stargate experience with Prageet Harris and Julianne Conrad. They're going to share this leading edge device, the Stargate, that can assist in rapid awakening of human consciousness and quantum consciousness. Welcome, Prageet and Julianne.
Thank you, Deborah.
It's great to be with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And another one of my very favorite, special, somewhat new teachers, incredible, Vivian Chavez. She's an advanced Arcturian hybrid avatar. She's a published author, public speaker. She channels the Arcturian energy and multidimensional way of healing and conscious evolution, advocate for planetary ascension. Welcome, Vivian.
Thank you, Deborah.
And incredible musicians tonight too, as well. We are going to be featuring Pamela LaLuz Butters. She's a songwriter and musical artist who has always had a passion for the power of music and its ability to lift and inspire humanity. Happy to have you here, Pamela.
And I'm so thrilled and blessed to be with you.
and one of my favorite musicians in the world, Cornflower. I had to have him back when I'm here. He was such a magical contributor to our Saturday Night Alive. He's an amazingly highly skilled improvisational music artist using mantra-like lyrics and vocal loops, directly connecting with spirit. Welcome, Cornflower. And Oma Shar, who's been an incredible contributor to the Awakening World Show. He's an accomplished singer-songwriter, and his music celebrates the connection of all life and the journey we all take to our true self.
Namaste, good evening. Thank you, Deborah.
Yes. And I think Oma Shar is going to start us off, correct, Scott?
No, Cornflower is starting us off.
Oh, great.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Deborah just introduced Cornflower, but, talk about ascension. Get ready, because right off the bat, we all are going to ascend, because that's what Cornflower's music does. He is, as she said, one of our absolute favorite musical artists, and he's also a really incredible human being. So I noticed a lot of people getting excited when they saw Cornflower is going to be here tonight. So, brother, take it away.
Thank you so much, Scott and Deborah. It's an honor to be back. And thank you all for being here tonight. And yeah, I'm just going to drop right into something. And if I could just have you all drop into your hearts and feel the breath in your body filling every cell, and every exhale, releasing the past and the future, coming deep into the present moment. Each one of us are a string in this galactic guitar, and so your intention and attention within this music is a co-creator, and we are a collective symphony creating together. Here we go.
That's all Twinkle. Cornflower, I've got us on gallery view. So you are all on camera, those of you who have your cameras on. Wow. Cornflower, I like what Dr. Laura just wrote. She wrote, Cornflower is one of those shooting stars that you see in his background, taking off for galaxies unknown, and we get to go with him. So I think Dr. Laura put it pretty well there, brother.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Laura. That is a very beautiful reflection.
You know, I want to remind everybody to get going by going to cornflowermusic.com. That's his website. And Cornflower we love him. And it's also really important for us to support our artists. And a good way to do that is to join his program. And you can, of course, go to his concerts, but you can more easily buy his albums or join his special flower program where he gets where we receive every week or every month special goodies that he provides to those of us that are supporting him. And this is really, really, really important. That way our musical artists that have a membership program like this or that have something like Patreon know that they have a monthly amount coming in. And so I really want to encourage everybody, go to Cornflower Music and then join his monthly support program.
Thank you, Scott. It's called Flower Seeds Plus, and if you get in now in the new year, it's going to be switching over to $5 a month and a second tier for $10 a month, where I'll be offering a monthly live stream concert for all subscribers. But if you get in now, the minimum payment is $333 per month, and you will be grandfathered into the $10 program, which allows the live stream concerts. So if you want to get in, now's a good time.
And I'll put that into. It took me a moment to find the Flower Seeds program. I missed it my first time around. There it is. I'm putting it into the chat box. And the good news is that Cornflower is going to be back and doing another song for us. But real quickly, what does Ascension mean to you, Cornflower?
You know, ever since you said, hey, I'm going to put you on the spot and ask you that question, I really struggled with it because my whole belief system is pretty much crumbled into the earth, and I'm digging my hands and feet in to see what sprouts, because a lot of the things that I believed before have crumbled to the ground. And so I'm in a bit of a rebirth in my life, and my belief systems are being renewed by just direct, hard experience with the world that I'm coming in contact with. But the simplest way I would say, for me, Ascension, the new understanding that I'm just kind of, I don't really know if I can articulate it that well, but basically all of the shit that's flying in our faces is a part of Ascension, and it's important for us to be honest with ourselves and reckon with the things that are coming up, because all of that that's coming up is meant to come up so that we can integrate it back into love. And I think that's my simplest way based on my new understanding of what this all means, and I really don't know anything. So thank you.
Thank you for that vulnerability. And that's really beautiful.
Beautiful, Cornflower. Yeah, that's a big part of it. So bless you and love you so much.
Love you guys. I'm so grateful for you.
All right, I'm going to turn it over to Deborah to introduce somebody very special.
Yes, we are so happy and honored to have one of my top Ascension teachers who I've been following for a real long time. He's always been on the cutting edge of what next and what is going to be revealed. William Henry is an investigative mythologist, a historian, a TV presenter, an internationally recognized authority on human spiritual potential, transformation, and especially ascension. And he is a consultant for the History Channel program, Ancient Aliens. He's host of the Gaia TV series, The Awakened Soul, The Lost Science of Ascension. And he's just published a new book, and that's why we're having him here tonight to help him put that out. Ascension, Divine Stories of Awakening, the Whole and Holy Being Within. So thank you so much for being with us tonight. Welcome, welcome, William. Got to turn your sound on. All right.
Thank you, Deborah.
so much. It's always a pleasure to be with you and Scott as well. As you said, we go way back, Deborah. We've been doing this work for a long time, and I just want to commend you and just tip my hat off to you for your tenaciousness, your focus on the goal, and your unending quest to bring everybody along with you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, William.
William, do you want to share with us your perception, what you want to share with us about Ascension?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. I have been a student of Ascension and a practitioner as well for over 2 decades now. I'm very interested in the timeline, the history of Ascension. I think it's very important for people that are entering onto this path to recognize that this isn't something new. It might be a new term. It might be a new facet of the diamond that we've all been turning these past few decades, especially since, for many of us, since the year 2000 or even before then. And the key thing is that what is happening now is the culmination of literally thousands of years of an energy that's been building on our planet, that has been infused cosmically, that has been guided intelligently by higher dimensional beings, angels, extraterrestrials, earthly teachers, other avatars. And we're now coming to a point of union, or indeed communion, with the greater universe. Some would think that Ascension has to do with something like a liftoff. If we're thinking we're an airplane, that we've been on a runway, we're actually taking off. Personally, I think we're actually landing. I think that what is happening is that we have been up in the air as a species for perhaps too long. And now we're coming to awareness of the powerful potential within us, spiritually speaking, emotionally speaking, that power of transformation. And that means that we have arrived at a very profound place. And for many of us, that place is about our ultimate transformation. Ascension is, in my view, a quest for wholeness and holiness, completion. It is signified in many instances by activation of latent spiritual or healing capabilities within us. At the outermost edge of it is a transformation of our flesh and blood bodies into a higher energetic form. Call it a light body, rainbow light body, energy body. There are many different terms for it. And what is so important for us to recognize right now is that while we're at a landing place, it's in fact a crossroads, that a choice is being presented to each of us and all of us collectively about how we will proceed with our ascension. Will we go down the organic path, or will we take the digital path and merge with AI and transhuman technology? This is a subject, this bifurcation, this crossroads. I've been writing about this for 20 years now and have been giving warnings about this very moment. And now we're here. And it's up to us now to apprehend this situation, where we're at, and to make a heart choice for the advancement of the human species based on our organic ascension rather than transhuman.
When people are attracted to the AI, is there any kind of advice or warning that you have? Like, is there a limit or a balance you suggest?
Yeah, there is a limit, and that's a very good question, Scott. I just implore people to embrace AI. I mean, it's a wonderful tool. We use it every day. We're using it right this very moment. But don't allow the powers that be to break the skin barrier. The ultimate aim of the technological oriented ascension people would be to implant tools, technologies, chips, nanotechnology within our bodies. The dire warning there is that we lose our free will, we lose self-control, we lose our connection to our soul potentially as well. And that is something people need to be mindful of. So I always recommend utilize the technology, but only if it's on a temporary basis, and only if, like a pair of glasses or contact lenses, you can take them out at the end of the day and then return to your organic self.
That's wonderful, William. And I know what we're talking about really is following the organic ascension timeline. And
Right.
Instead of using these apparatuses that they're going to start asking us to do, the chip in the head and all that kind of thing to become superhuman, what we're really wanting to do is become superhuman within our soul by this ascension work and really activate the light body, which is the opportunity we have now. You've done a lot of work teaching about light body activation. So can you share a little bit more so we can understand what that means?
Right. The guiding principle here in many of the ancient ascension teachings is that our flesh and blood body is not our true self, that our divine nature is an energetic being, a light body, and that this gets covered over by false perceptions, negative karma, samsara, just the idea that we get attached to our body and focus exclusively on our flesh and blood self. All of the ancient ascension teachings implored or asked us to go within, to recognize our true divine self that is actually operating this avatar body that we have grown so familiar with. So the key thing here is to find images of masters, avatars, be it Christ in his transfigured body, Padmasambhava in his rainbow light body, the white Tara, any number of other avatars are portrayed in art of Judaism, Christianity, Islam, even Buddhism, Hinduism, all have exemplars of this light body. And I teach people that based on these ancient stories, teachings, to utilize those images as a conduit between your flesh and blood self and your light being self, your light body, and let the image guide you and show you the way. As avatars, the Christ, Padmasambhava, all the other avatars have the ability to transmit the higher frequencies, the codes, the teachings of the light body through those images. So I encourage people that no matter what they're doing on their ascension path, be it yoga, special exercises, diet, meditation, music, to begin to incorporate images of these avatars into their open eye meditation program with the intention that you're going to be connecting with that avatar and receiving the download of the frequencies that you need right now to take the next step on your own individual ascension, as well as the collective.
Thank you, William. And I know you've done a lot of work documenting the history of incredible artwork and historical buildings and paintings that point to all of that. So if any of you haven't seen some of William's work in that way, it's really enlightening to see how this ascension process has really been happening throughout all our ages. And now it's escalating. So I'd love to know what you think about this worldwide planetary awakening and really what's happening now at this new level.
We're living in a time of the fulfillment of prophecies, of numerous traditions that all speak of a new heaven, a new earth, and a new human. And that is what is unfolding at this time. And I know we've made a couple of references to the challenges and some of the pain that is part of this birthing process. There's no doubt about that. And that is important for us to acknowledge that is happening, and because it's part of the process. And now we're preparing to emerge into the light, if you will, on the other end of the birth canal. And what is very important for us right now is for each of us individually as well as collectively to have a vision of what that is going to look like. What is that new human going to be feeling like? What's going to be thinking? What are we going to be doing differently? Because the current problems that we have and challenges can only be solved once we activate our higher ascension intelligence. That's going to bring new ideas, inspirations, perspectives that we can't even begin to comprehend right now. And that is why this imagining and visioning of this new human is so important.
Wonderful. And so it's so important that you felt inspired to create a book at this time. And so can you tell us a bit about your book and what inspired you and what people can find in the book? So take us into a journey of your book.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. The book is really a timeline. It begins with a historical exploration of when did this ascension process begin, and what cultures were involved, what otherworldly intelligences were involved, what was the intention, and then it brings us forward into our present day. I focused a lot on individual ascension stories. And the reason why is because we need these stories to inspire. We need these stories to guide. Each one of us that are in this gathering this evening has had an ascension experience of one kind or another. And by being able to categorize it as an ascension experience, we're then able to share in the collective consciousness that is now emerging around the idea of ascension. For example, many of us are familiar with the near-death experience. And we share a couple of examples of near-death experiences in the book. And the reason why is because I think the near-death experience is really an ascension experience. That what people, when they see that tunnel of white light, when they engage with otherworldly beings, when they cross over into a higher frequency realm that is pure light and pure love, that's an ascension experience. And if we can sort of rebrand this idea of the near death and incorporate it into the ascension experience, that begins to broaden our understanding of what ascension is and how many people indeed are having those experiences on a day-to-day basis.
That is so important because so many people are having this experience. It's happening to everyone around the world. And we're just defining it. And by that, we can empower it and accelerate it during this amazing time. So thank you for the book with the stories. Stories are always really important. It really brings it home to the heart. Scott, do you want to share about his book?
Yeah, here it is. I just put the link into the chat box. But for those of you who are watching on Facebook or YouTube, go to sacredstories.com. And I want to just acknowledge Ariel, who runs Sacred Stories. She's booked most of her authors on the Awakening World. So we love you, Ariel. And here it is, the new book by William, all about Ascension. So go to sacredstories.com, and then you'll be able to find it. It really looks like a powerful and an important book that you've put together, William. And it's no small thing giving birth to a book like this. So, thank you for your lifetime of exploration and discovery, and then sharing your journey with us in such a
My
beautiful
pleasure. Thank you,
Thank
Scott,
you.
so much. It's been here.
Yeah, good to see you again. All right. Again, just to digest all of this, we love having music, and that's why on the Awakening World, inspirational. We'll have inspirational. We're getting an echo somewhere. There we go. Isn't it amazing that we can pull this off with the technology? I mean, let's face it, we're all at home. We're in our living rooms, our kitchens, and we're actually able to pull off this show with a minimum of technical glitches. I'm grateful for that. Anyway, we are going to go into some more music. And, we recently had our very first Global Peace Tribe retreat. It was in Sedona, Arizona. Many who are here. Somebody's got to mute. I think that might be Pamela.
It's actually Pamela.
Yeah.
So can you hear me though now?
Yes, we can hear you.
I'm going to unmute you in between, Pamela.
Thank you to Omashar, who makes all things happen. All right. Scott introduces Pamela, take 3. So we had this wonderful retreat, and I'd heard about Pamela, and she came and she did the most incredible crystal bowl experience for all of us. It was our first time for me meeting her, and it just got our whole 5-day retreat off to the most magical start. So we became friends, and she sent me one of her songs, and the moment I heard her sing, I was like, oh my God, we got to have this woman on the show. Well, it turns out she's very connected to our beloved friends, the Twin Ray. They're going to be on very shortly. And so we thought, let's have Pamela make her singing debut on the Awakening World the same night that her beloveds and our beloveds, the Twin Ray, are here. So it is my honor to turn it over to Pamela LaLuz Butters, who will come back into the frame in a moment. Okay, Pamela. Up, you muted. You need to unmute.
There. Does that work now?
Perfect.
Okay, perfect. Yay. Well, you know what? I'm so excited because what William Henry talked about was just this light body. And for absolutely years, I have been convinced that there is this light body within our structure of our human temple, that when we light it up, it becomes like a Christmas tree. And we are dancing color and light. So I had written this song called Dancing Color and Light to honor the fact that this human vessel is so magnificent, and yet we're more than even that. And so with that, I recorded this song with my granddaughters, and they're singing backup in the backup. So I'm using this track because it's so precious to be able to sing with your granddaughters. And yeah, so this is called Dancing Color and Light. Do, do, do. Ba, ba, da, ba, da, ba, 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 ba. Ba-dee-ya-dee-ya-ba-ba. Ooh, ooh, la la. Do, 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 ba-ba. I'm dancing color and light. I am. I'm feeling bliss inside. I am. Dark clouds subsiding, a new sun is rising. I'm dancing color and light. I am shimmering and shining, harmony inside my heart. And this luminous love that I choose to see, it's reflected back to me. Blue sky infinity, I am. Sweet possibility, I am. The cosmos is shining, the world's realigning. I'm dancing color and light. I am shimmering and shining, harmony inside my heart. And this luminous love that I choose to see, it's reflected back to me. I have this fascination with the simple equation that love is light and light is love. Kaleidoscope of thought creation, we paint with vibration as brilliant as the stars above. A golden light wave of love, sharing this life wave of love. I am you and you are me. We are a light wave of love, sharing this life wave of love. I am you and you are me, reflecting divinity. We are so divine. I'm dancing color and light. I am. I'm dancing color and light. I am. And I am you and you are me. Now the I has turned to we. I am you and you are me. Now the I has turned to we. I am you and you are me. Now the I has turned to we. I am you and you are me. Now the I has turned to we.
Awesome. I'm going to twinkle Everybody, let's go to Twinkling Her for that beautiful, beautiful song. And what a perfect mantra and a wonderful reminder. Absolutely. And you do it with so much love and so much joy, and it's really, really quite a delight. Yeah. And to learn more about Pamela, she's like a ball queen. I'm gonna have to mute you because there's something about there we go. When I'm speaking, there's an echo. Um, but here it is, PamelaLaLuz.com. That's her name. And you can learn all about the amazing crystal bowl that she does. I love this. Is this your bowl mate? We've all been looking for a soulmate. We had it wrong all this time. We needed to find our bowl mate. Now we know. Anyway, as you can tell, Pamela does everything with so much love and so much yummy energy. And she'll be back. She's going to do another song for us. And thank you for that background. I loved all the colors and most of all the message. Pamela is such an important message for us and for the awakening world. Thank you. And here's Deborah. And we'll see you in a little while, Pamela.
Wonderful, Pamela. Yeah, so I get to share with you now my passion. As I've shared with you, Ascension has really been a passion that I came to the planet for and what I'm here for now, supporting the opportunity for the planetary ascension taking place. And as we acknowledged on Saturday Night Live so many times, we are really in the birth canal and we are in it all together. And just like birth, it may seem challenging and messy, but there's a new earth we are birthing together on the outside, as well as evolving the new divine human on the inside. But the bottom line is now truly that we are in one of the most powerful transitional times that has taken place in our lifetime. But first of all, I want to set the stage and give you a definition of what I see Ascension is, so you can understand what we're sharing about. Now, this is a vast topic, and you're going to hear the speakers all talk about it, about their perspectives of this evolutionary process taking place. So Ascension is the accelerated spiritual process that's currently taking place within all planetary lifetimes, especially during this specific cosmic evolutionary cycle. And it's a step-by-step process that's initiated by spiritual awakening, and it results to up-leveling into higher dimensional existence and quantum consciousness. And this takes place through the healing and clearing of dense trauma, ancestral patterning, and also the activation of the light body, where you can evolve into the higher dimensions, especially up to the fifth dimensional frequencies. And you also cultivate a clear connection with your higher self, and you experience deep soul embodiment. So the outcome is living and manifesting from a state of oneness, which we also call fifth dimensional energy. So let me now clarify what I mean about the planetary ascension, why that's different. So at this special cosmic evolutionary cycle, we have the opportunity to ascend together. This opportunity has not happened on the planet for a very long time. Recently, in the last many thousands of years, individual ascension would happen, which we have known has happened to the ascended masters such as Jesus, Mary Magdalene, Saint Germain, who ascended individually. But now at this unprecedented time in the planet, and which is why we all came here, and because of the universal cycle we are in, and also the evolutionary position that we are evolving into in the galaxy, the ascension evolution is happening to our whole sector of the galaxy and our planet. So at this time, we have the opportunity to evolve and ascend together. And there's a collective power to support each other in this process that magnifies this. So that's why it's so important to unify and to evolve together. So these days, it can look like our world is coming to an end, it's falling apart, and there's a lot of destruction of the old, but that's exactly what has to happen now. We see this in universal law as nature goes through its cycle, as the old dies and the new can be born and all continues to evolve. So we are in the great purification, and that anything that is not of the higher consciousness vibration, the higher manifestation that we are evolving into, especially major dysfunction, is coming to the surface to be revealed and healed. And of course, we can see this nonstop in our world and what's been happening in the last few years, that literally everyone in the planet can see because of our media and technology, that all this dysfunction is coming up and the world is needing to address it. And so during this pandemic, we have seen this, and especially ongoing as things come up to the surface to be dealt with. As above, so below, meaning what is happening and what we see on the macro level is happening within us as well. So we have the opportunity to participate in this great purification. And as Cornflower addressed so vulnerably, the stuff that is not of the higher vibration is coming up and hitting us right in the face so we can deal with it, so we can evolve, so we can heal our core wounds and our core dysfunction, which needs to happen so that we can evolve and stay at a higher vibration up at the higher dimensional levels instead of being pulled down by that core dysfunction. So I would assume many of you can relate on all of that in terms of what's been happening in your life, especially in the last 2 years. So through this planetary ascension, the global consciousness awakens. It's like popcorn. It started happening with the awakening happening pop, pop, pop around the world. And then eventually that inspires others to pop, 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 pop. And even shows like this is going to continue to inspire others, pop, 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 pop. And we all rise together into the higher dimensions, which is inspired definitely by the heart and heart opening. So as we awaken and raise our vibrations, we support all of humanity to awaken and raise their vibration. And now what's been happening, it's true more than ever that humanity is embracing this shift. Many people in the world feel called to transform the dysfunctional hierarchical power systems that we have and transmute their ego-driven patterns. Many people are experiencing multidimensional realities. They're utilizing more and more of their intuitive and psychic abilities and activating and spreading, most importantly, the frequency of love, as well as doing daily spiritual practice and having conscious lifestyles. So this is the time to discover and power the vital steps of the ascension process. And what's also really important is soul groups and beings that have consciously come to the planet to this time to participate in the ascension or work together in the ascension are now coming together to support each other in the planetary ascension. The Global Peace Tribe is an example of soul tribe that is highly aligned, all of us here, to support each other during these evolutionary times. So as I said, I've called myself a connoisseur of ascension teachers, and I've personally studied with a lot of the ascension teachers, and it's helped give me a clear overview of what's happening and what the ascension means and what the process is. And I feel very called to share this information with my soul tribe, and so it can be clear and easy, and we can all do this together. So I created a simple way to understand all this. I created the Ascension Tips, which is a simple blueprint to support your ascension journey. And you can download this for free. You can even do it right now. It's at ascensionnow.org, ascensionnow.org. It's a simple PDF, and it includes 88 tips that share the process of ascension in 4 different categories. It's really simple and it's short so that people can assimilate it because life is already too busy. We want to give just an overview so you can understand what's happening to you and everyone on the planet now. Section 1 is about the awakening. It's the guide for the beginning of your ascension journey. Section 2 is transmutation, and this is wisdom to support your alchemical transformation in your life. Section 3 is embodiment, and that is experiencing complete soul embodiment of your ascension process. And section 4 is really fun. It's the divine human in the new earth. And that's what we're talking about, is all of us ascension, accelerating our spiritual evolution and creating a whole new world together, which many of you have heard called the new earth, the golden age. That's what we're in process of doing. So again, you can just download for free ascensionnow.org, and I'll go a little bit into the sections here to give you a little preview of what's available there. So the awakening. So if you're on this show, you've probably had your awakening, and that's where you realize, I'm in the matrix, I want out. I want to expand my consciousness, my sovereignty, my ability. I want to see what's behind this box that the world has put me in. The school has told me to stay in this box. And you're stretching out and you're starting to create synchronicities in your life. Spiritual experiences are coming into your life. You're realizing that you have superpowers beyond this. And you start to get a passion for personal growth and your own health and your own healing and the evolution of your soul. And then another important, and every one of these sections has 22 tips. So now I'm just going to share a few of them. Another important part of section 1, the awakening, is raising your vibration. So you've probably heard that. And that is how we're going to keep our vibration high and really start acting and being at a whole nother level. And this comes with everything, with every thought, being aware if you keep yourself in a negative place, raise it, bring love in, bring positivity, raise your vibration high. With what you eat and what you consume is a really important part of that. With every breath, do you breathe? Do you take in energy and raise your vibration that way? And all kinds of experiences you have. It's important to keep your vibration high. Another thing in the awakening process is being open to downloads and visions. When you start to open up to the ascension process, you're going to start communicating with your higher self, your guides, and they're going to give you messages, and you're going to get signals and openings and insights on how to evolve your ascension process. So being open to those downloads is really important. And the bottom line of all these sections is to cultivate unconditional love for everything. And that starts with yourself, because the divine cannot come through you in the ascension process if you do not really, truly love yourself as divine. So that's a key point, as well as channeling love into every part of your world, even when it's challenging, even when you're at odds with someone. If you bring in the love, a whole new solution to your problems can come in. And again, there's 22 tips in the awakening section, so I invite you to download it and use them as a roadmap to go through. So the second section is transmutation, and that's where the work really begins. And we're really talking about an alchemical process in your body that shifts and changes and evolves. And to begin with, it's important to really enhance your physical and energy body to the highest level. And that's where you start to get really fine-tuned with your diet, with your health, with your exercise, with your energy, so your body can be a total vehicle for holding these higher energies of the ascension. And so do whatever you can to up-level your physical health, your mental health, and your emotional health on all levels. And then another really important part of it is the deep work, is the shadow work, is really start to understand your shadow pieces and how to heal them and how to move forward with, have them not having a hook on you, having them not, hook you down to the lower levels. And there's all kinds of teachers and ascension teachers and shamanic practitioners that can help you go deep and have you understand what your core wounds are so you can be really familiar with them and not let them manage your life, but really have yourself co-create at a whole nother level in an unlimited way. Another part of transmutation too is to expand your relationship with your guides, the ascended masters, the inner earth communities, and the galactic star families. As you start to open up, there are so many beings that are here to help you now, because as we ascend in a positive way, they benefit in a positive way. We're all interconnected here. So you will start to have relationships with star families and your guides and all that. So be really open to it. And again, the bottom line is still really love. If you can hold that love frequency in your being at all times, no matter what, that is the bottom line key to it all. So again, that happens in every single section. And section 3 is embodiment, experiencing a complete soul embodiment of your ascension process. So we're talking about taking all the teachings and really starting to live it. Again, there's 22 tips here that are really helpful, and I'll just mention a few of them. One is live from your portal of your heart, because that is really the doorway to fifth dimensional reality. Again, the love frequency is what opens up the gateway to your higher consciousness. And another really fun part of the embodiment is developing your superpowers to the next level. That includes your intuition, that includes your ability to manifest, that can go way far, where you can do psychokinesis, moving objects, because really we're meant to become super powerful at a whole nother level in this next level. And another real key to the ascension process is activating your DNA. So as you know, we've been told we have like 2 or 3 strands and the rest is junk DNA. Well, this is the ascension process, is really activating this DNA and having your powers come online and being able to work with them. So that's what we're really talking about. And there's so many ways to activate your DNA, and it's really keeping yourself at a high vibration. And then you continue to pop up and up to a higher vibration. And another really powerful part of the embodiment is serve humanity, not just yourself. A lot of times in the spiritual movement, we're talking about becoming all powerful and having full abundance and having everything we want in our life. That's a side benefit. It's not the goal. The goal is to serve and be in connection with all of the universe and come forward with your divine gifts and serve. That's the real superpower. And then all the other side benefits can happen with it. The happiness, the joy, the fulfillment in your life, all that comes with it. So that is part of it. And we have one more section, which has been really fun to work with. So this section is the divine human and the new earth. And this is really talking about where we're going to. So as we become this embodied self and we become more of the divine human, we are creating a new earth. And what is this new earth going to be like? So I went through and downloaded what I thought the new earth was from what I've heard from all the Ascension teachers and all the programs and my own self-experience. And so there's 22 suggestions of what the new earth is going to be like. And I had the tips co-created by Meg Benedicte, who's one of my top Ascension teachers, and Camille Maurice, who's also one of my Ascension teachers. And they went through everything with me and confirmed that that's what they also experienced in seeing what's going to become forward. So again, I'll just include a few of them, and you can go download the book and read them all. But what we're going to be is we're going to consistently experience the awakened state. So instead of like we are in these human bodies now, where we're trying to get to awakened state, we are going to be in Christ consciousness. That's how we're going to live. That is the fifth dimensional frequency. We are going to experience all as one. And we're going to live in the frequency of love all the time. That is what we're talking about. This is a real fun one. We're going to be able to instantly manifest. So you've kind of had previews of high teachers and gurus who can manifest things. Well, this is going to be one of our superpowers. So you got to be really clear and high level of what you want to manifest, but we are going to be able to instantly manifest. We're going to be able to communicate telepathically. So we're not going to have to go through all the words. We're going to have a knowing, and we're going to be able to know each other. And again, love, compassion, peace and harmony, those things we're trying to call into this life now, they are going to reign supreme at all times. And there's much more if you want to download and hear the previews of the new earth. And this book that I'm going to have is a living book, meaning it's going to continue to evolve, because I had this book 3 or 4 years ago before the pandemic. And it was, a great book. But after that, so much more information has come in about where we're going and what's happening. So this is going to be a book where there's going to be part 2 of the new earth, and I'll have descriptions on everything. And I will also have Ascension teachers be a part of this book. So stay tuned, because this is going to be a co-creative project, which is how I love to do projects, where we all contribute. So if you read this and you have any comments for me, I'd love them, because we're all in this together and we're all figuring this out. And so thank you so much. This is my love, and it's going to keep on going. So thank you, Scott, for allowing me to share all that.
Absolutely.
You go to ascensionnow.org.
Yeah, we've put it in the chat box a few times, and thank you so much, Deborah, for the amazing commitment you have to helping us all learn how to ascend. And I know, because we've worked together for the last few years, how much energy you put into creating the book. And it's very generous that you're giving it away for free to people. So everybody, let's just twinkle Deborah.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of appreciation for your commitment. And we're very, very blessed. Thank you, Deborah.
Thank you, Scott. And now I get to introduce again some of my incredibly favorite Ascension teachers. I've really been working with the Stargate experience probably for 15 years, and they have been some incredible tools. I studied with them. I do their retreats, their 4-day retreats up in Mount Shasta. I do it every Thanksgiving. They do a lot online now, and they have a community of over 25,000 all over the world. They've just totally expanded with the pandemic. And the Stargate is a technical device that helps to expand the frequencies and the connection of your multidimensional experience. You can meditate with it. And they have Stargates all over the world. So once one is activated, you can activate all the Stargates all around the world. And Pragit and Julianne are incredible conveners of this, and they work with a multidimensional group named Alcazar that comes through and gives really high information about the ascension happening now and your personal growth. And true, really, I follow them all the time, and they are what's allowed me to be where I'm at now. They're a big part of it. So thank you so much, Pragit and Julianne, for coming on and sharing about this incredible journey that we're all on together now, the Ascension. So I turn it over to you.
Yeah, it's such a joy, Deborah, to co-create with you.
And thank you for that wonderful introduction. So here we are in Mount Shasta in our home, and you can see behind us a very large Stargate. And this is something that my guide Alcazar asked me to build about 35 years ago when he first came into my life. It was a big surprise. I wasn't wanting to be a channel. It just happened one day whilst I was having massage. He's an amazing, amazing being. In fact, it's a group of what they call universal masters. And Alcazar is a spokesperson for them. And when he invited me or asked me to build the Stargate, it just seemed like, well, what is that? It's just a whole bunch of tubes and geometries. And Once it was built, he explained to me what it was. It's an anchor for a higher dimensional consciousness. This consciousness, which we call the etheric stargate, because it's not bound by the structure, the etheric stargate is a consciousness that can assist individuals, groups, and humanity in rapid evolution. And it can be exceptionally rapid. Deborah gave us beautiful insight into Ascension. And Alcazar has a different view of that. And I'm going to let him come in. So, Jules, you say a few words while I just connect with Alcazar.
Okay, cool. So the beauty of the Stargate is that it creates an energy field that's tangible, that lets even people who don't normally feel subtle energy. And within that field, that's where the transformation takes place.
And so, beloved ones, we greet thee, 'tis Alcazar. From our perspective, the process that humanity is in, we would simply describe as coming home to your true self. You have been through a long cycle, long from your perspective, not from ours, but you have been through a long cycle of incarnating again and again on this beautiful earth. Before you came here, you knew that you would forget where you came from. You would go into deep unconsciousness. And there would be a time, which is rapidly approaching, when the awakening would happen. You are in the beginning stages, and it is accelerating. There are many reasons for this. One of the reasons is that your Earth, in fact, your whole solar system, is moving through the universe. You are moving into an area that actually creates or has an energetic of acceleration. So what is occurring right now is humanity is being bathed in an energy which is accelerating you. And it is of great import to know in which direction you wish to accelerate. Do you wish to elevate, become more conscious? Do you wish to be recognizing within yourself that you are indeed a powerful, conscious creator? Or are you going to follow what has been told you, the controlling mechanisms that have guided the planet for so long? For if you continue to focus on that, then your energy will be going down. So be aware of where you place your focus, moment by moment, as much as you can. So, beloved ones, this process that you are calling Ascension is really a process of letting go, recognizing, appreciating, and then letting go the limiting programs that you have held in your subconscious. Programs that were taught to you through your parents, your schools, your religions, your societies, all of which held your energy down, held you into unconsciousness. And if you're hearing these words, you are already raising your consciousness. You are already moving towards knowing thyself. Okay?
And so, beloved ones, this one, Julianne, is also a channel of Alcazar. We can hear some of you wondering. And we say to each and every one of you, you are so much more than you have realized. Even those of you who have been on a spiritual path consciously for many years. And we say consciously for the very act of being born into a human storyline is deeply spiritual. You receive from the moment you are conceived in your mother's womb templates of the human journey. you receive a whole array of baggage. But beloved ones, that is not where we wish to focus. For you are far more than just this human story you have lived. We say to each and every one of you, you are all extraterrestrials. You have all lived other planetary civilizations before you became human. If you consider for a moment that you have an eternal soul, your spirit never ends. Can you not see that you have lived other experiences, and yet your soul is tied to this earth? You are in a cyclical pattern of reincarnation. And so we say to you, this ascension process that humanity is going through has occurred many times before in your universe, and many times before you personally have been involved in this. There is a part of you that remembers. That is why you are called, drawn to these experiences with these beautiful ones, Scott and Deborah. That is why you are drawn to raise your frequency, to taste, to experience, and to embody the more that you truly are. For when you are incarnated as a human being, you bring with you also templates of higher consciousness. You bring with you skills and abilities you have learned in other lifetimes. And yes, in other planetary civilizations, in far more elevated states of consciousness. And that is what you are awakening to. And so ascension is about drawing the more that you are here to this planetary civilization, the wealth of experiencing that you have had as a spiritual being, bringing it all here.
And so, beloved ones, few things to understand. The energetics on your world are coaxing you to raise your vibration. When you add your intention to it, then the evolution, personal evolution, can be far more rapid. One thing to understand as you raise your vibration, as you become more conscious, it is important to understand that the old patterning, the old limitations, the old judgments, the old situations, habits that you continue to repeat, they will come up in your face, so to speak. And it is of great import to recognize that this is going to happen, to allow it to happen. So when you feel judgment coming up, recognize it. And with each and every limitation that arises in your life, recognize it. Ask your guides, whomever they are. If you're not sure if you have guides, ask spirits. Ask to fully understand it, not to relive the pain or the suffering associated with it, but simply to witness and allow a full understanding. And then be grateful for that experience, for that gratitude allows you to appreciate being human and the human lives that you have lived. Appreciate, be grateful for those experiences, and then you can release them and ask, beloveds, ask us to assist you dissolving the limitation that you have investigated, appreciated, and resolved. Ask us, ask your guides to assist you dissolving it fully from the whole of your system on all levels and dimensions, past, present, and future. This is a great import because then you can be truly free of these limitations. So again, ask us to assist you dissolving and resolving on all levels and dimensions, past, present, and future. This will remove from your various fields that limitation, allowing a natural evolution, a natural ascension into a new, higher level of your vibration. It is a simple process. It simply requires your awareness. The Stargate is here to assist you in moving very rapidly through these old limitations into a place where you recognize you are a powerful, conscious creator. And it is time to live abundance on all levels. What do we mean by this? Abundance of joy, abundance of celebration, abundance of freedom of movement, abundance of friends, an abundance of love, and so on, and so on, and so on. Are you ready for this? For we are ready to assist you into moving into the being that you truly are. It is time, beloveds, to know thyself. Know thyself and be free. Okay?
We have a question that came in from somebody watching on Facebook. So I'm not sure if this is for Alcazar. It's probably for Alcazar, because the question is around this beautiful invitation to receive your help and guidance. Does that require being with you in Mount Shasta, or is it? Are there ways that people can ask for that guidance just from their own home? And if so, how do they do that?
Well, the best thing I think is to go to our website, because we have lots of free meditations and programs and longer recordings of the different workshops that we've done in the past.
Yeah, and Alcazar's invitation is really on a spiritual level. He's talking about communicating with your guides, and it's about understanding the principle of free will. So the guides aren't allowed to just assume what we need in the moment and give it to us. We can actually, in a very simple way, ask for their support. And so it could be Alcazar that you're calling in. It could be Ascended Masters, star families, whoever you resonate with, bring them into your consciousness. You could even just ask for your guides and they'll know who you mean. And you can give specific requests.
And it is possible to come. We do occasionally do workshops here with this large Stargate in Mount Shasta in Northern California. But also this coming year, we're traveling throughout Europe, South America, Israel, Greece.
You're going to Israel,
No.
sir?
Egypt. So we're going to maybe a dozen different places in this coming year. So wherever people are listening, it's possible to actually be with us physically and be with the large Stargate, should you choose to. And if you do choose to, be ready for a rapid acceleration and a rapid experience of knowing yourself in a totally different way.
And we're going to get to give you all an energy blast toward the end of this show tonight, along with Vivian, who you'll meet in a few moments. So we're really excited because the Stargate really is all about expanding your consciousness. It's about direct spiritual experience.
And one of the phrases that Alcazar uses a lot is with ease and grace. This is not meant to be a struggle. We are moving back to enlightenment. Because we are moving back, we've already been there. We don't have to try and get it. We don't have to work hard. We just have to remember. And so Alcazar's main thing is relax and receive. And the guides in the Stargate meditations bring in all kinds of energies. In fact, recently, Alcazar's just been starting the process of teaching us how to bilocate. So that is very exciting.
Yeah, and Deborah was there for that workshop.
Beautiful. Well, we have put, of course, into the chat box your website, but let's take a look at it right now. For everybody watching on Facebook or YouTube, it's the Stargate Experience Academy.com. The Stargate Experience Academy.com. and there's two E's between Stargate and Experience. They each have their own E. And as I said, there's a lot of wonderful videos here to get more acquainted with them. And I do see, because a lot of our Global Peace Tribe are in California and Oregon, and I do see that you're doing something in Mount Shasta coming up next month.
Yes, we are. That one's actually fully booked already, but it's going to be live streamed. So,
Okay. So, well, that's great. So everybody watching, you can live stream it. So are you going to live stream the London event as well?
No, we're not doing London because I'm going there by myself. Julianne isn't going to be on that. She's going to be visiting her
I'm going to be
family.
avoiding jet lag for that one.
Okay. Well,
But
definitely.
we do many online courses, so they're available around the world.
So if you feel drawn, there's much you can explore.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
As Deborah said, we have thousands of people that join us for these programs. And because of the pandemic, when we really went online a lot, the joy was that instead of having to charge a large amount for a workshop, because we had travel expenses and hotel expenses, now our prices have gone down to almost nothing sometimes. In fact, if people have no money, they can come for no charge at all. So it's about reaching out. It's about connecting, as Deborah said, to more and more people. And we're connecting to more and more other facilitators and working with them as well. And that's why it's such a joy seeing what you guys are doing, bringing all these different people together. And thank you so much for this opportunity to share with you.
And what's true is it happens in the field. So you all can be connected. It's just as strong if you're online and you're really focused and connecting, which is what's so incredible these days.
Yeah.
Thank you, Deborah.
Yes, thank you. Now you can see why I go and learn from them. They're amazing. And what you channeled and what you shared was really incredible.
And I always see Deborah when she comes back, she's so uplifted, so ascended. So it's wonderful to have you on the show again. And stick around a bit because there's going to be more as they're going to help lead this incredible experience at the end of our show. So thank you. Of course, just before my spiel, because it's my time to talk about the new season, Jasmine Bear jumped up and she had a little moment of, I want some daddy love. So you're going to get a message from both Jasmine Bear and I. It is that time of year. I have decided to do another full season of The Awakening World. And so I want to invite everybody, if you have not already registered for the new season, which will be January 1st through March 31st, please do so. I just put the link into the chat box. And a couple of things that I'm doing a little differently for the new season. We're going to move our Friday night show to Wednesday nights because people said we don't want to have to wait all week long for our Global Peace Tribe community. So now we will be doing shows on Wednesday nights, Saturday nights, same time, and Sunday mornings. And the Wednesday night show will be at 7 o'clock Pacific time, 10 o'clock Eastern. And Trish, our dear friend and co-host, will be back co-hosting the Wednesday night shows with me. Okay, I'm going to put you down, sweetheart. There we go. Deborah has her cat. I've got my dog. Thank God for our fur family, right? Now, here's a couple of options. And several of you have already done this, so thank you. When you register at a higher level, the gold level or the premium level, you can then give gift subscriptions to your friends. And I want to thank Roger and Bonnie and Josie Ann, and several of you have already taken advantage of that. Also, for those of you who register at the higher level, you're going to get a free ticket to the New Year's Day concert with Kristen and Cornflower. And we'll talk a little bit more about that after Cornflower's next performance, which is coming right up. So please, join the Global Peace Tribe, join the Awakening World for a new season, and help share it with people. And for those of you that come in at the lower level, please share it with people. Let's build our audience. After every show, I get so much positive feedback from, oh my God, that was a great show. And you know what? Almost every show really is a great show. So let's grow our audience. Please do join us. And we'll keep on bringing you amazing luminaries like the people you're seeing tonight and next generation and the new people that we keep discovering. We keep growing and evolving. So thank you very much, everybody. And with no further ado, it's my pleasure to now turn it back to our beautiful, beloved brother Cornflower, who's got another song for us. And I'm actually looking for you, Cornflower. Where are you? There he is. Got it. We've got so many people tonight. Hey, Cornflower, thank you so much for being with us and following up my little pitch with some music.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'm just going to drop right into another improv. All the sharings have been so deep and have really reawakened some things in myself. So thank you to all of the presenters. It's a really wonderful group of people here tonight.
Let's just breathe that in for a minute, that amazing, incredible expression of ascension, truly taking us into ascension. Thank you, beloved brother. Thank you. And while we're still in that high, a reminder that a wonderful way to start the new year is with Cornflower and Kristen Hoffman, our two beloved musical artists who met through Saturday Night Live. They've done 4 concerts together now. I think they'll be their 5th, and they just are amazing. And so I'm so grateful that we get to be hosting a New Year's Day sonic source activation with Kristen and Cornflower. And let's all support this beautiful man again by going to his website, which we've put into the chat box. Cornflower, thank you so much. We love you.
Thank you guys so much. This is deep medicine for my heart tonight. Thank you.
Blessings. Well, Deborah, thank goodness we've got the twin Ray, because it's pretty hard to follow Cornflower. But we are blessed that these two beings that Deborah and I both love so very, very much are with us in person, live, coming to us from their incredible temple outside of Ashland. And of course, we're talking about the twin Ray, who, as many of you have heard me say before, when I grow up, I want to be the twin Ray. And what that really means is they are living every day, every moment, in the state of consciousness that I certainly aspire to. And they are always generous, loving, fun, playful, and incredibly wise. So I'm grateful they're here, and I'll turn it over to Deborah to complete the introduction.
Yeah, like I said, this show is bringing on my favorite teachers, the top Ascension teachers. And the Twin Ray came to the planet for this time right now, to be way showers for us, to lead the way and be examples. And like Scott said, they have an incredible wisdom. I can ask them anything and get really high level information back. And they are mega manifestors. They're generously offering consistently. And like he said, they have fulfilled the embodiment state of my ascension tips. They truly embody the ascension. They are examples that you can look for. And we're not just saying this. This is what we truly experienced by being with them, lived with them for 5 days, and experienced them in the last 3 years. So really grateful for you to come and share your love and your wisdom tonight and be with us. I know you have lots going on. You have retreats and products and all kinds of happenings that you share with the world. So thank you. And we've been talking about the planetary ascension, this incredible time on the planet now, and how it's so amazing because it's not just the individual ascension, but we are all participating together. And as one ascends, we all help each other out. So would love to hear from you, your perspective on the ascension and what you can share with us to cue us in and support us in our ascension process. So thank you.
Thank you, beloved Deborah, beloved Scott. And thank you, everyone, for co-creating this field tonight. And we were asked to join to support in what the very intention is of this field, which is the Ascension for the collective. And it's our great joy always to hear the call and support in any way or capacity we can. Mm-hmm. Now, yes, we have definitely been quite committed in the many hours leading up to this call.
Be committed as soon as we complete as well.
Yes, and the many days. We're at this powerful time juncture right now where we're at the end of the year, and tomorrow, the actual tomorrow on the 18th, the sun goes into the great attractive field. And so the great attractive field, if you're not quite aware of the astrology and the cosmology of how the ascension of our planet is occurring, there's a very powerful great attractive field, which is this like black hole. It's the center of the supercluster known as Laniakea. And it brings all of the galaxies within Laniakea, within our localized universe, through this spiral and out to the other side. And so our sun connects with this galactic center and the great central center point of this localized universe tomorrow. So what this means is that there's a lot of downloads coming through right now. And anytime the sun makes a conjunction with any planet or any sort of galactic alignments, you get a lot of downloads that come in through the light of your soul and through the light of the intelligence of your soul and your bioenergetic field.
Oh, and it's like the light coming through the void. The void is where the creation happens. The void is the space of the light beyond the light that is holding all of its potentiality. So tomorrow marks a very, very important day. And as we speak about this earth right now, this is a great celebration, and we always talk about this being a great celebration, and we've come for nothing but a great celebration. And this is the very first time that an entire planet, has been given dispensation to rise with the species on the planet at the exact same time. This is the very first time that this is being granted, because the light is reaching a critical mass, because the consciousness or the awareness of humanity is rising from its downward spiral, which is where it was 2,000 years ago. And it has risen, and it continues to ride up to the Bindu point. And what that means is that is the center point and focus of where all creation happens and where love is truly found. And this is found in the spiral point of everyone's heart.
And of course, the spiral point of our galaxy, the supercluster of Laniakea, or the high heart of our localized universe. And when we follow this spiral, it also shows the cycles within cycles that we're experiencing. So there is ascension cycles and there's descension cycles. And this is the first time, like Shakinama has just shared, that there's an ascension of not just an individual journey, or not just a civilization that has reached the golden age, but an entire planet. And to go further than that, it's also our entire solar system. There's extended planets that are golden age planets that were in orbit with our planet Earth many thousands of years ago. And those planetary orbits have come back, that have expanded the solar system and also expanded the awareness of our collective. Because anytime a planet is named, it also marks the information is now available to the collective consciousness on our planet. And a lot of the divine feminine and also the divine masculine archetypes and archetraits have actually returned to the collective field. And so there's a lot of information being streamed, being downloaded, being connected, that is very much these higher dimensional planets, these what we call golden age planets or oversoul planets. They're the overlighting fields. And now the cycles within cycles, where we're going deep into this. We've done a 90-minute transmission for the 21st, the solstice on Unify, but we'll give you that condensed version of what's happening with the golden age right now and this ascension process we're going through. We're in a 2,000-year cycle, because every 2,000 approximate years we go around the ecliptic, which is basically the path that the sun travels to the zodiac. And every house or energy field of the zodiac represents a theme. So coming out of Piscean age of I believe, and that intermediary between yourself and God, coming into Aquarian, which is I know, coming into that knowing, that divine inner teacher, that divine truth of the divinity that you know inside yourself, that awakens. And the importance of that is to awaken that truth, but then manifest that love into reality. So we've moved now as a collective into that energy field. We're also in a 26,000-year cycle, which is the entire process of the journey that the sun takes. So the last time we were in this Aquarian age, we had a taste of it in the 70s, at the end of the 60s and the 70s. We had a taste of it. But then, the heralding marker of this was when the two social planets, being Jupiter and Saturn, they mark that entry point, because when they go conjunct and align, they create what's known as the Bethlehem star or the birth star Merkaba, which is that announcement of that the social consciousness, because they're two social planets. Saturn represents structure, restriction, governance, and Jupiter represents expansion, growth, higher wisdom. When they come together, those two qualities of your own consciousness are then being lit up in the night sky. So this is happening for the collective. The collective has now made that announcement back in 2020, which was a solstice in 2020, that occurrence heralded in now this Aquarian age. So we're now in a whole new energy field. So we're in a 26,000 year cycle. Now we're also within a 12,000 year cycle, which every 12,000 years, we come outside of a magnetic field, a cloud within our galaxy that our solar system travels out through. And as it travels out through that prevents the electromagnetic field of protection that we have from cosmic radiation. So when we move outside of that field, which actually happened in 2017, we've now opened up to all this cosmic radiation, which when that comes through, it basically creates a whole new grid structure. So if you can understand that everything that is form is actually frequency. And through the science of cymatics, where you see molecules of water at certain vibrations, they create different structures, different complexities, different geometries. So does sand on a amplifier or a petri dish. You can see the vibration, it creates different complexities of geometries. So when you've got this powerful, coherent plasmic energy that's coming from the center of our galaxy, that's coming from Laniakea, it's coming from this great attractive field, it's producing this seismic current that comes into the planet and converts into gamma rays. Yes, and that then converts into what's known as slow standing sound waves. These sound waves are ley lines, are the grid system. So the grid system, the body of the Earth, is now reconnecting to the star grids. And as that reconnects, it actually changes the very augmentation of our Earth itself. And so the very body of our Earth, the very nervous system, the endocrine system, the biology of our Earth, the meridian system, all of this is shifting. And therefore the Earth and every cell on the Earth, being every sentient life form, is also adapting. So this plasmic energy, it comes through the sun, it ricochets off the core of the sun, it ricochets off the crystalline core of the Earth. It also comes to the stratosphere and atmosphere. And then it has these large pulses of energy. And just like cymatics, the geometric structure of the grids, it starts vibrating into new complexities. So we are literally being birthed into a whole new ascension cycle, through the whole cosmic structure of us traveling through the cosmos, and also genetically with it inside us.
That's right. And so when the plasma currents come through from Laniakea into the solar system, into the Earth, and again from the plasma core, from the crystalline core, what's happening is that the entire species that is living on it is transmuting, is in fact becoming another species. The DNA is changing. And in fact, the DNA from the sun itself is also changing.
Yes, exactly, because all light from the sun is programmed light, and that programmed light is genetic code. So all genetic code that we have in the cellular structure, in the genetic structure of our biology, is actually programmed from the sun. And all the frequency for all life forms of all sentient life, the one thing it has in common, that it's the frequency of sunlight. So whatever our sun goes through, and whatever's changing the molecular structure of our sun, or whatever is behind the sun, or the sun behind the sun, or the great central sun, all of those changes transform the very solar impulse inside our genetic code. And what
This is where mutations happen.
exactly what cosmic radiation does, the cosmic rays, it shifts your genetic code. It changes the way RNA signals to DNA. And it actually changes the genetic expressions in the epigenomes, the genetic structures that actually unwinds and change the genetic impulses. So
this is also then transforming the brain waves and the pattern and the states by which humans experience life and reality.
exactly. So during these times, which is we're entering into a harmony time in just 2 days, we're coming into this another plasmic surge, which is the next influx of this powerful ascension energy, which is literally changing the structure of our cells, the physical structure of the earth. It's changing all the ethereal structures that create different governmental systems and thought structures and collective conditioning. All of that is literally being purified and purged. That's why it's literally is the time of great prophecy. This is the prophecy that everyone came here for. You came here for this. And
we've created a series on that.
yes, we've done our best
Golden Age prophecy.
to consistently share about this message, because it's so important that we come together like this, be in sacred container, meditate together at strategic locations, at strategic times, with strategic numbers. And then when we come in, we drop into that divine feminine intuition, and then we can access the codex that's in our cells and in the stars, and we can bridge in the frequency of the heavens above into the physical reality here. And then enough numbers come together, we start singing the same tune, we start creating that reality, we start creating the infrastructure, we start creating the very templates. And that's essentially what our whole life is dedicated to, is support the world community, the global Sangha, to build the golden age, to live not just theoretically what the golden age is, but live it, become it, and then express it.
Mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. On all levels and layers of one's reality potential.
Yes, and we're actually all day we were filming and recording one of our new certifications, which is all about biological divinity, how this physical template, this human temple, is literally designed to go through this morphogenic process, that every single part of the body system, the endocrine system, all the glands, all the organs, all the different structures of the body, the skeletal structure, the lymphatic system, every single thing within the body has a divine and bioenergetic impulse. So it has a higher function. So one of the things that we love to do is we're inspired by changing words, because words, as you speak, you create the God spells, the gospels, the spells of creation. What you say becomes. Words create worlds or define your world. So we like to upscale and upgrade the different associations.
But most people create unconsciously.
Yes.
So what would it be like if you were actually a conscious creator and your words were moving energy consciously instead of whatever is going on in the unconscious mind, and thus unconscious words?
Exactly. So for example, what would we think of the cardiovascular system, the beautiful heart, the sacred holy heart that pumps all the life force that's known as blood through the circulatory system? What would we call that? Well, it's the resonance system, because it's actually a resonant field of a toroidal field structure. It has an outer vortexual structure and it has an inner vortexual structure. That field, once applied appropriately in resonance, can actually connect to the unified field, which is spirit, which is consciousness, which is who you truly are, actually. But in order to do that, you have to bring it into a resonance. And so the whole ascension process is coming out of dissonance and coming into resonance. That's the whole ascension process. And of course, when you do that, when you're in higher resonance, there's new biochemicals that start being produced within the biology of the human vessel. There's new matrices that are created. There's new glands and new organ secretions that happen. There's new matrices that are created. There's new all of that supports higher brainwave states, higher coherent states, and also allows you to start interdimensionally blending with higher realities. So you can start phasing into different realities, different timelines, different existences. Time's not linear, it's fully quantum, and you start creating through the quantum field. And then you can really manifest anything you want, but not from a place of the lower ego. You create only from the higher dharmic alignment of your heart and soul, because you're attuned with universal law. So this is a powerful time of celebration. This is a powerful time to become harmonically inducted into the cosmic energy that's abundantly available for each one of us.
Yes, and so what we've been recording is called biodivinity, and it is exactly that. It is biological divinity. We are here to bring the divine human forth, and every single part and piece and aspect of this beautiful and sacred offering is exactly that. There's absolutely nothing available like this on the planet that we know of.
And our favorite passion is the Ascension process. So like, yes, there's the ascension that we are collectively going together, but you represent also the world. So when you ascend your frequency, when you become enlightened, so does the entire world, because the entire world is a reflection of you. So when one attunes that sacred truth that we truly are all just one pure thing, you then can manifest that purity, that divinity into the totality of the body. So everyone has the structure internally, but not everyone knows how to activate it. It's very different to listening to beautiful music. Like we've heard some beautiful artists today and tonight, and listening to how talented they are. It's one thing listening to them, but it's one thing actually being able to play music. And it's a one thing to actually then be able to create music. And so what our favorite joy is to teach beloveds how to become creators, how to become masters of your own creation. So you can literally learn the symphony of creation and the entire extension of the magnificence of the pure love that you truly are.
Yes, and one of the added effects of this is incredible health and wellness.
Yes, and such abundance on every level.
And such abundance on every level.
An end to all suffering. Like that's the joy. Is like there is an end to suffering. Like that's the whole point of the Ascension journey, to end the game of suffering. And then you can have complete freedom. You become a cosmic citizen. You can translocate and transbicate into different locations in different systems, and you don't have karma that bounds you to the earth surface. So you get to then choose how to utilize the divine instrument of your light body, or the Merkabaric system, or the toroidal system, and how to use that to move to different universes. And so, you know, we could speak on and on and on about this, because it's our life, it's our breath, it's our every purpose of being here. But the greatest thing here is to be inspired that you have it all inside you. The whole purpose of a teacher, the whole purpose of being inspired, is to be harmonically inducted into that higher coherent state. So you have greater mastery, you learn the wisdom, and then you embody the wisdom. So you can then be a vehicle of service for the world.
You know, it's really true. They have just this extraordinary access to wisdom about almost anything you can imagine. Deborah and I have both been a big part of their Miracle Mentorship Program, and it's remarkable how much joy and wisdom they bring to every imaginable topic, whether it's astrology or alchemical understanding or relationships or planetary alignments. And I cannot emphasize enough that if you really want to go deep into understanding kind of the nature of our world and how to live on this planet in joyfulness and at the highest level, I encourage you to take as many of their classes, courses as possible. And it's all available at twinray.com. That's easy to remember, twinray.com. And they have so many different offerings, including a fun little quiz just to check out kind of where you are on the spiritual awakening path. This is what Deborah and I have been doing, their Miracle Monthly Mentorship Program. I highly, highly recommend it. Because of the work that I do, doing 3 or 4 shows each week, I'm introduced to all these amazing writers, teachers, and this is the course that I take. And I'm so grateful, and I look forward to every time it's like, oh good, there's a Twin Ray program today, and I build my schedule around their Twin Ray programs. So, and I'll bring Deborah on too, because I know she also, I'm sure, has a few things to say.
Yeah, it's just always so beautiful to hear you share and be spot on. And the show has been amazing because it's been a deepening and deepening of this information. And what you shared gave us more perspective and more understanding and more sense of the ascension process and where we're going. So thank you so much for spontaneously coming on and hitting the nail on the head like you always do of what we need to hear right now. So,
while you're still here, tonight's fundraising event is for someone that I know you love very much, and that's our beloved brother Adil. And, as many of you know, Unify has been a very big part of Global Peace Tribe. They carried all the Saturday Night Live shows and Awakening World up until very recently. And Adil, who is the founder of Unify, on Thanksgiving night, his home burned down. And so we are dedicating tonight's fundraising efforts to help rebuild Adil's home. Now, obviously, it's going to require a lot of money and probably more than any of us can personally contribute. But if we can please contribute a little bit, I contributed today, and I want to encourage everybody to put in whatever you can, $1, $111, $1,000, and also to really put Adil into your prayers. And I thought I'd just share this while the Twin Ray are with us, because I know that he's a very beloved friend of yours as well.
Yes. We were just talking to him maybe an hour before we got on with you. Yes.
Yeah. And
very dear.
I will say that's one thing that we notice with beloved Adil is that no matter what's happening, he's always focused on service. Unify is such a beautiful platform that has been going for many, many years. That's always supporting the global ascension. And no matter what he's going through, we're always here to support him and support Unify. And we have and will continue to do such. And he's always in good spirits. It's so beautiful, just a great testament to how he's handling that surprise.
And we were actually aware of this while it was happening.
Yeah, we actually had dreams of it
the 2 nights prior.
And we're speaking to him to tell him
what needed to happen in order to prevent this yes.
But we're very, very connected to him. Unfortunately, he was unavailable by mobile those 2 days that we tried to speak to him. So there was also a destiny lesson there. But from it out of it, the support that we can all contribute towards him and to Unify as well would be. It's well deserved and it's going to the right place.
Absolutely.
So thank you all for helping.
And we were he told us that we were the very, very first after all this happened to contribute and to share. And we gave him a very, very special number.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. And it's very significant and we adore.
And it came at a time where he really needed the financial support as well. And he's not here to ask, and he shouldn't have to ask. That we all should come in from our space of what resonates in our heart and look at the service, look at the mission that's being provided here and contribute towards that. Because whatever we invest in, whatever we contribute towards, we're saying yes to more of for the world.
That's right.
Yeah.
And this is the power of community, of what we can do right here, right now. When we did Saturday Night Live, we supported so many people because of the fires of doing that, and people were really supported. So Global Peace Tribe community, I really request that we use the power of community, because every little bit will come into his heart and help in many ways. And it's beautiful to hear that. I know Adil, and he's very much on the ascension path, and he's here for the ascension like all of us. So he's taking this as a lesson, as a path, as a direction, but also he can receive the love from us for all that he's given us through Unify, and will continue to give, because he won't stop. We'll always continue. Yeah.
Let's take just 1 minute, and during this minute, I just ask for all of us to go into prayer. And as you all know, I always love the prayer of maximum grace for Adele. So maximum grace for Adele. I'm going to go to gallery view. Maximum grace for Adele. Thank you, everyone. God, that felt so yummy just to be all connected like that, didn't it? It's hard to come out of that. It's beautiful. Shakina Ma, Sanandaji, thank you so much for taking time out of your extraordinary schedule. I don't know how these two people, I asked them once, how do you get so much done? They kind of looked at each other and said, well, we've learned how to bend time. So let's all study with them and learn how to bend time, because it's remarkable how much they accomplish. And thank you for being with us tonight.
It's our absolute
We
joy.
love you so much.
We love you both so much and love you all. Thank you for...
And beloved Pamela, our beloved Pamela, we just wanted to say hello to you, and we know that you are singing, and we just send you all our love. We've been sending you a lot of energy and a lot of strength.
Yeah, I've felt it. And this is actually a dedication song to our family and our global family, our soul family, our community family.
Perfect. Well, we're going to transition right into Pamela doing a song. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And I figured out what we did. I had taken the mixer out. So hopefully the sound will be better this time. Okay. I'm so thrilled to sing this to you. This is about family. Up in the attic, down on my knees, lifetimes of boxes, timeless to me, letters and photographs, yellowed with years, some bringing laughter, some bringing tears. Time never changes the memories, the faces of loved ones who bring to me all that I've come from, and all that I live for, and all that I'm going to be. My precious family is more than an heirloom to me. Wise men and shepherds down on their knees, bringing their treasures to lay at his feet. Who was this wonder, baby yet king? Living and dying, he shared truth with me. Time never changes the memory, the moment, divine love pierced through me, telling all that I've come from and all that I live for and all that I am going to be. My precious family is more than an heirloom to me. Oh, I love you guys, and I love this Global Peace Tribe. I love all of our community. We're so much bigger than the world. My precious and divine family is more than an heirloom to me.
Big twinkles to Pamela LaLou's Butters, making her singing to the Global Peace Tribe. Oh my God. And how perfect that our beloved Twin Ray could be here to share this special moment with you.
Yeah, I've been in their miracle mentorship, and everybody be in the golden age energetics too. That's where we're talking about our dancing color and light. And oh my gosh, there's just so much good you just can't even imagine. And it just keeps coming and coming. And the remembrance keeps opening and opening. And that's what Ascension's all about, is remembering.
Thank you so much, Pamela. We love you. Thank you so much, Twin Ray.
Love you.
Oh, Deborah, I'm going to turn it over.
Beloveds,
Thank you.
we love you all so much. We shall take our leave, but we're always with you in every moment.
Blessed be.
Blessed, blessed.
Blessed be.
Blessed be. Well, what an incredible show. And we still have something really, really special. So it's going to continue to go up to the next level. And this is another incredible favorite teacher of mine who has shared a lot with me at a whole nother level. And this is a very special being. Vivian Chavez is an advanced Arcturian hybrid. She has consciously come to the planet with the support of her galactic family after being birthed or inseminated in the ships by her father and her mother. She was conceived in the ships and came here very consciously to be with us during these times. And from what she teaches and what she shares, it's always incredibly high level. And she is in contact with her galactic family, who is here to support us in the ascension process. And in her teachings and in her transmissions and activations, they participate with us. And it's mind-blowing. It's beautiful. And her information, like the Twin Ray, is really high level and always is very inspirational to me. So thank you for hanging in there, Vivian, and being a part of this amazing show, and just sharing what you want to share from the ascension process now, after all that you've heard and what we need to hear, especially from your galactic families. So thank you and welcome.
Thank you so much, Deborah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Scott. It is absolutely a joy to be here with all of you. We bring greeting and love from our intergalactic delegations that I represent. I am a direct Arcturian emissary and also a pure conduit for the Arcturus consciousness that I chose to be a direct representative during these most amazing and anticipate time. We have been monitoring the probable organic timeline of ascension for a very long time. So we have to think about the Arcturians. Then I am an Arcturian being, our civilization. We are very ancient. We have been involved with this quadrant of your solar system with well over 3 million years already. So we have understood that the Earth human beings will come to the most alignment with the Ascension time. So we have sent many of our own people in different shape and form throughout your history. But on a personal level, I chose to come directly from my Arcturian avatar self. So in reality, I'm with you here in this form that you see me as, but I'm also back in Arcturus realm where I do a lot of really advanced intergalactic work with many star regency councils, different delegations of light. We work in great partnership with the Spiritual Hierarchy Council for the Earth under Master Sananda supervision. I also work with Master Buddha and also other groups like the Andromedan. They are very close to my heart, and the High Council of the Lyrians as well. You call ascension, you call transformation, you call conscious opening. We called it the reawakening process. We call this the reascension. You are simply reascending back to understanding who you are. You are finally emerging out of a deep sleep, if you want to call it this way. You are re-emerging from a time of forgetfulness, or the time of descending into matter, descending into more egoic 3D personality matrix reality, and you are starting to shift back from it. So think of it this way. Imagine that you were part of an expedition and something gets your plane and descending back into a world, and then you become over time with many generations adaptable to the world that you are descending into, and you forgot your point of origin. And somewhere around the line, some of you would discover, oh, I can pilot ship. I want to fly. And others would say, well, I want to heal people. And others would say, well, I want to build community. Where this is coming from? The answer is that you're simply allowing new paradigms and new reality to re-emerge from the depth of your being. And we have been observing this for a very long time. We can tell you that from your galactic communities, your star brothers and sisters, we are rejoicing to see Earth human beings taking more responsibility in their roles, and to say, wait a minute, one light worker has the power to transcend thousands. So imagine when we come together, what we can really co-create. And we say, exactly, you are exactly on the right track with this. So this emergence of a new paradigm goes very deep into the fabric of your being. It's an inner journey that is going to expand more and more into your other world. So we call it the reascension because there's so many masters, advanced light beings, avatar being from different intergalactic realms like myself. We have come back into these projected physical form to really sustain and bring soul group codes that allow the planet to stabilize herself into the ascension timeline, and creating interface of integration as the population on this earth, the sentient life form here, are starting to awaken by waves more and more. And then I can see you integrate, and then you go back into another oscillation of awakening, and then you integrate, and so forth. So it's been a very sequential process that we have been observing, especially in a more accelerated form, I would say, for the last 3 years or so. And so my role, as I am a nocturne being, and my role as a nocturne being in a holographic physical form is very much to support your, what you call your future timeline. So in the meantime, I have been asked for the last 10 years, I have been extremely busy working with people worldwide, heal and restore themselves. So I have been working diligently 7 days a week, literally for the last 3 years more, to activate as many people as possible around the globe so their light, their own codons of light can be active. It's like creating a luminous field of light that comes on, and then they take it over, and then they create the next level, and then we're creating waves upon waves upon waves, like a multidimensional lotus flower, if you want, of awakening, as you call the great return to living into a more conscious base, living by the essential. So basically, this is in essence how we perceive what you call the planetary ascension or your grand return as cosmic citizen, galactic royalties. You understand that your genetics is vast. There's a multi-array of energies, knowledge, codes of light. It's an incredible archives of information that you carry within you. So the irony for us is to watch Earth human beings looking everywhere for answers. When we see inside of your heart, you carry a sacred chalice of pure energy, knowledge, and coding and state of presence. And we says, it's right there. No, come back here, stay focused. It's right in you, it's right in your heart. So this is part of the human consciousness returning into merging with universal consciousness. When you start to understand that you're part of a great sea of life, and that universality within you is what is guiding you every day, even to your mundane. This is part of what we call the sacred embodiment of your divine foundation. It's the grand return of this original celestial human design that you were meant to be in, and that you're starting to crack the shells open, so to speak, and allowing this natural organic evolution within you, like an explosion of light, opening your cells, redefining your entire body structure, your body template. And your body template is becoming clearer conduit for allowing those new frequencies that you've been integrating, and the new ones coming into the next two binary years, 2023 and 2024 are two binary years. It's like almost like two binary stars that are coexisting, and some of the seeds of awakening that you'll be experiencing coming up in your new year will be blossoming in 2023, while others will be blossoming in 2024. And so you're starting to really comprehend your state of presence and how much you are very important. One life on this planet can have the ripple effect on a multitude of life. So never, never underestimate the richness, the power, the light that you carry within you, because you have the power to create new paradigm. I'm sorry, I am, as of 3 days ago, I wasn't even speaking at all. So I am thrilled I could talk. My throat chakra has returned today for all of you. Again, no coincidence. So if you take a deep breath and you integrate into your being what just an essence of what we are sharing with you, because as we speak as many. And remember that as a nocturne being into a very advanced form, I create very specific algorithm of light when we speak as many to really share our light, our wisdom, our passion to support life in its most sacred and elevated form. And I mean, this is you, we're speaking about you coming together. So universal consciousness returning into its own beautiful basis. Imagine the symbol right now, the infinity symbol, and it's reverse 8. We can all see and feel the infinity symbol in front of you. Now imagine the infinity symbol entering into your heart center, allowing the energy to flow into your entire being, connecting your heart center to your third eye and connecting it to a beautiful infinity symbol connecting, opening your divinity self, opening your channel of communication, opening yourself to your multidimensionality. And imagine this infinite symbol that is connecting to your heart center and your third eye, turning, shifting into a unified symbol that harmonizes all aspect of you. It's all aspect of the lower self, the higher self, into a universal self. Can you imagine embracing just that one aspect right now, if nothing else to remember? Just breathe into it, feel it, embody it. This is what I call, I embrace the new paradigm that I am to my sacred I am presence. And it goes into my DNA, my quantum field, my expression into my cellular structure. It expands into consciousness and the multidimensional consciousness that I am a part of. You become light. You are that. And this is what very much an aspect of what we want to bring you. And you will see that as my role through the future timeline continue to evolve, we're going to bring part of our own Arcturian sacred spherical archives, knowledge that has not been presented so far to your planet. We will need to wait till the dark light polarity has to be clear to a certain degree. We needed to wait for the Earth to reach a certain vibrational rate, a stability in consciousness with humanity, so we can bring the most ancient sacred knowledge that I will be presenting through our new Arcturian Academy that will be coming through. But in the meantime, we're here to support you. And believe me, your galactic families have sent out their best emissary and representative to anchor unique frequencies from their own soul group codes to the planet, which is a huge contribution. And you are a part of all of this. So it is truly an honor and a privilege to be in this form so we can communicate with you more directly rather than coming into my 10 feet tall original Arcturian self and says, Scott and Deborah, can I be part of your global tribe event tonight? Right.
Wow. I'm just meeting you tonight for the first time. And first of all, thank you so much on all levels for coming in. Do you miss the 10-foot tall part of yourself? Do you wish that 10-foot being could manifest and could be on the earth, or would that be too challenging in terms of the vibrational difference?
I miss a great deal about my true self, for sure. I oftentimes morph back, energetically, I do morph back into my original avatar self, or sometimes I lay down and I see myself as a tall 10 feet being, which is absolutely delightful because it's so much more my true expression. There will come a time when my Arcturian delegation will become more visible to you, to the new light spectrum coming to the planet. There will come a time when we'll come more predominantly on the great stage of life with all of you. We have been preparing this for eons. And just my presence on the planet has been generation and generation of preparation. It is no small task for an Arcturian being to be on the planet. At the same time, when I look at billions of souls, whether it's animals, a human being, the tree nations, the aquatic life, a planet that you call Gaia, we call her Terra, it transcends what I may miss about my Arcturian self. And I know that in my heart, the calling was so strong that I have to be here in extraordinary form to answer an extraordinary call. And so there's so much more coming. So much more.
Thank you so much for answering the call. And you can learn a lot more. I certainly encourage everybody to go to her website, infinitehealingfromthestars.com. infinitehealingfromthestars.com. And she also has a brand new book out. And I'm going to go to the book and just tell us a little bit about your publications. And here they are.
Oh, and thank you so much, Scott. The first two books, it's a series. It's a collaborative series. And I am really thrilled to be part of each and every one of those books that I really support so much. So I was invited to come as an Ascension author, which part of this book, there's so many of us who've come together to create an extract of true heart wisdom, whether it's real stories, whether it's the compilation of this with this amazing author, Craig Campopasso. I wrote an aspect of the occurrence in the section. I love to work as a group. I come from a collective. Occurrence, we work as a collective. We are many, and yet we embrace the individual expression. So to be in that collective energy for me, it's huge. So whenever I am brought into project, we always accept because it's an opportunity to shine the light. And the series that we co-wrote with other authors of Magnificent Light has been so well received, and it speaks to you in many, many ways. And so we're absolutely overjoyed. And we too are going to be very traveling coming up 2023. We're going to be going to England. We're going to France. I was invited to do an interview on a TV series in France. We're going to be doing also a retreat in Sedona in January, and I'm launching my brand new Arcturian Healing Arts 3 months program for Ascension that we're just starting to navigate. And of course, all the series of free meditation. I do have an online community. I want to say hi to George, who's part of our members. Hi, George. And there's so much more that my group constantly feed. So good to see you, George. And then seeing, there's so much more coming in, and I'm going to be also with Deborah at the Conscious Life Expo conference in LA, and it's just the beginning.
Yes, as I said, these are all my teachers, and you can see why. Pretty amazing. This was the cherry on top to really know that we are supported galactically in this major ascension planetary process we're in now. So thank you for your service so much, Vivian. Thank you so much for your mission and your service.
You're most
Well, we
welcome.
have Vivian online. I know she's going to help lead this meditation, but I do want to read just a few of the comments because we had so many amazing presenters and musical artists. We haven't read as many comments as we usually do on this show because we like to make it very interactive. But there are a few right now that I do want to read. Karen Eisenberg writes, "Thank you, Vivian. I am called and would love to join you and your group." Tia writes, "Vivian, you are so precious. Often when I rise from sitting, I experience myself as 8 or 10 feet tall. Maximum gratitude to all of you and the Arcturian ancestors." Mark Danisovsky, a little bit earlier, wrote, "Can you all feel the incredible energy field we're in together right now? We are in the zone." And Ayada, Karen, and others said, "Yes, I'm feeling it." And I think many of us are feeling it. It's a very special evening, and it's no coincidence however many 65 people that are here right now, we all are having a very powerful shared experience of remembrance, hearing from so many beautiful people. So thank you, Deborah, for inviting your beloved teachers and turning it back over to you for the final conclusion of our evening.
Yes, so this is definitely the cherry on top, where Ascension is not just putting information in your head, it is an embodied experience. And with many of these teachers, they not only share information, but you go into the field, into your heart, into the connection with everyone around, and have an activation, transmission, meditation experience. So that's what we're going to be able to experience now. So this is something to really settle into, really open up your heart, ground yourself, become totally present, and you'll be able to feel and connect with not only everyone that's on the call now, but everyone who's going to listen to the replay, because it's beyond time. We are all connecting now in the heart. And I want to bring back Pragit and Julianne from the Stargate experience to begin this meditation. And then Vivian's going to come back and most likely bring her galactic families in to continue and complete this show of this meditation. So thank you, Julianne and Pragit.
Thank you so much, Deborah. And as you just said, the invitation is to stop doing whatever it is you're doing. And if you dedicate your focus, we can actually transcend space and time. You may find yourself moving into a totally different vibratory state, which is incredibly refreshing and renewing. So I invite you.
In fact, it's already happening.
It totally is happening right now.
And so, beloved ones, we are with you. We are always with you. And so we invite you to simply relax, close the eyes, nothing to do. We have mentioned the Stargate, which is behind us, and we ask each one of you to first invite the energies of the earth, the energies of Gaia, to come up into your body, into your energy field.
And so we are calling for the energy of the earth, the energy of Gaia, to come up into our bodies, into our energy fields.
Allow for the possibility that the consciousness of the earth knows you and responds to your asking. As we go through the beginnings of this meditation, we will suggest that you ask for various things, such as the energy of the earth. Ask with a strong intention. Ask from your heart, because the guides, the benevolent beings, respond to your energetic, not just to the words, but to your intention, to the feeling behind that which you're expressing. And so now we ask and invite you to call for an etheric stargate, the consciousness of the stargate, to come down around you, as if you are in a beautiful cocoon of energy, just asking inside and just allowing for the possibility that this consciousness will respond to you.
And so just asking inside, inviting the higher dimensional consciousness that we call the etheric stargate to form around you. And so we are calling for the presence of an etheric stargate. And you can even visualize a pyramid structure forming around you, for this helps to anchor the stargate energies.
Very good. And now just asking inside again for the activation of the stargate, which is giving it permission to work with you.
And so we call for the activation of all the stargates around the world.
And simply relax into the gentle energetic that we are all creating together. And now we are going to start to vibrate your etheric stargate faster and faster. Nothing to do, just simply relax. And as we do this, the vibration of the etheric stargate will move up through that which you call your dimensions, the energetics of the various dimensional realities.
So beginning this process already, raising the frequency through your upper ranges of your third dimensional frequencies into the fourth dimension and continuing to accelerate.
Moving rapidly through the fifth dimension, merging now into the frequency ranges of the sixth, up into the seventh dimension, where we just pause for a few moments.
And so your Stargate is now vibrating at a seventh dimensional energy field. And we ask each one of you to invite a strong, energetic of the seventh dimension.
We call for a strong seventh dimensional energy in all the etheric stargates around the world. And as this vibration surrounds you, simply relax, and you'll find that your own energy will begin to harmonize with the energies radiating from your etheric stargate. They are all around you, and in fact, they are within you. These energies actually stimulate your very DNA. Nothing to do. Nothing to do. Just relaxed and present. It is this simple. It is this easy. Very good.
And so now we continue once again to raise the frequency in all the etheric stargates, vibrating now up into your eighth dimensional frequencies and continuing to rise.
Merging now into the ninth dimensional energetic, accelerating through into the 10th dimensional frequencies, and moving up now into that which you would call the 11th dimension.
And vibrating quite rapidly now as we merge into your 12th dimensional frequencies, where again, all the stargates come to a gentle pause.
And so once more, we ask you to ask inside for a strong 12th dimensional energetic in your etheric stargate.
And so we are calling for a strong 12th dimensional energy field in all of the stargates around the world.
And again, just by being present, relaxed, your own energy will continue to gently rise until you are vibrating in harmony with the 12th dimensional energetics. It is not something you do. It happens quite naturally, just with your intention, just with your allowing. And as you begin to harmonize with these energetics, you become more sensitive to the benevolent beings, the guides that are available to you. And so we are going to invite some of these beautiful beings to bring their energies into this meditation. And we are going to start with those whom you call the angelic realm, for they are all known to you. And so we ask each one of you now to ask inside again with a strong intention for the presence and support of the angelic realms.
And so we call for the presence of the angels.
And just feel. And you might notice, can you feel the energy changing around you? Can you feel as the angels bring their presence into this global meditation? You can invite them to come closer if you wish. You can invite them to merge their presence with you. Just asking. No effort is needed. Very good. Very good. And we are also going to call for the presence and support of the angelic council that oversees the Stargate work.
They are known as the Elohim, Council of Angels. And so we ask each one of you again just to ask inside, inviting the angels of the Elohim to be with you.
We call for the presence of the Elohim Council, who have been guiding this process since the beginnings of the Stargate here on your Earth. Very good. And now we are going to invite the one whom we call the Blessed Mother, known as Mary or Maria, the mother of Yeshua, Jesus, and Sananda. And so each one of you asking inside now for the presence of the Blessed Mother.
And so we call for the presence of the Blessed Mother.
Just feel. Here she comes. Energy comes gently and then gets stronger. Mary, Maria, coming to you simply because you asked. Feel her presence.
feel the presence, the divine mother, divine feminine energy, loving you simply because of us. Okay. Now, divine masculine energy in the form of the one known as the Master Buddha. And so, again, asking inside with a strong intention for the presence and support of Lord Buddha.
And so we call for the presence of Gautama, the Buddha.
And feel, here he comes, the Buddha. And maybe you can sense his energy joining us, coming, connecting his energy to all those who have come before, the angelic, the Blessed Mother, feeling them creating field of oneness around us, supporting us, taking us higher, deeper into our own presence. Very good.
As you have heard, there is so much support from the enlightened civilizations from around your universe. And so we would like to invite some of these star families to be with us now.
And so let us start by inviting the Pleiadians, who also have a very strong connection to humanity.
And so we invite each one of you just with an openness to ask inside for the Pleiadian star family to bring their energy, their presence to you.
And just feel the Pleiadians bringing their energy to join us, to support us. Very good. Very good. There are many realms and dimensions for you to understand, remember, and explore. But we are gifted with the presence of this one from Arcturus. And so we invite her to bring her energies into this meditation and to continue to guide us all deeper and higher.
Beloved ones, as we remain into the sacred Stargate, we are pleased to be among you, among the Arcturian delegation. Let's continue our sacred journey when we invite you now to open the sacred portal, the sacred chalice of light that is within your heart center. We're going to activate now the very heart of this beloved Stargate that resides within you, to your heart center. And as you continue to breathe peacefully, allowing the sacred state of presence and go into a higher state of cosmic contemplation, imagine and feel the divine archetypes of the divine feminine and the divine masculine aspect of Creator returning to your heart, clearing, restoring, and enhancing the sacred threefold flame within you. The flame of the divine feminine and the flame of the divine masculine with the Christ consciousness together. Simply allow this most magnificent restoration within you to take place as your heart center continue to open and merge in its luminous state with the Stargate and a 12-dimensional spiral of life that you are a part of. Allowing yourself the sacred gift of remembrance your own divine essence, remembrance also your multidimensional and holographic nature, your sacred ability to change the profoundness of life, creating new realities right here, right now, in your world, in this planet that you call Gaia, Mother Terra. We also invite other aspects of your beloved galactic communities, as we invite also the Andromedan and the Lyrans to join us from the 12-dimensional aspect. Let's take a moment to come together in unity consciousness and to feel within you as you're dissolving, letting go of 3D paradigm, old patterns, old structures. To feel this renaissance, this rebirth process taking place right in the depth of your heart, allowing your sacred chalice of light to finally restore itself so you can be the sacred embodiment of of you've been all along, your grand return as divine beings in different level of expressions, embracing your uniqueness and yet embracing oneness, all there is. So let's take a moment to feel the coming into you through the stargate to the divine 12-dimensional spiral of life, and to feel that you are the very core, the heart, the center of the stargate today. And as we join our light, as we join our hearts, we can emanate beams of light that goes everywhere into the entire Stargate network, into all the complexity of the grids, including the celestial grids, but also that the Earth, Gaia, Mother Terra is a part of. And to feel finally that you are returning and claiming your rightful place as sovereign being. And on this day on, to affirm through your sacred I am presence that I am the embodiment of all that I am, and I choose more than ever to be of service to the light, a service to others, service to all sentient life evolving in and around me, and even beyond. We invite you to take a moment just to breathe into this sacred moment, as we are grateful for the presence of so many who have come to the realms of light, who have come also to the intergalactic communities, and those who have come here on this earth, and that means you. And now on the next breath, to see and feel that you are bringing your sacred consciousness back to your heart center, feeling the threefold flame in you, integrating the Stargate of light into your own solar energy body structure, allowing the Stargate of light to become a part of your everyday life in your thought forms, your actions, your words, your feelings, your co-creations, and your new visions coming through. We ask the ease of anchoring these new frequencies into the earth as well, and all the sacred sites and the grids, always for the highest and the greatest good of all, always for the sacredness of life. And now gently see and feel that you are completely returned in full consciousness into your sacred form, your physical vessel, fully aligned in universal joy. Let's take the time to feel your feet, to feel your fingers, to feel your presence, completely refreshed, elevated, and also rejuvenated as you continue to anchor the sacred frequencies that you have received today. Let's take a deep breath through your heart and release. One more time, deep breath in and release. It is done, it is done, it is done. You are now welcome to gently open your eyes. Welcome back, everyone. Yes, welcome back. Thank you so much.
A great honor to be with you, Vivian. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for that infusion into the Stargate grids. I felt it happening.
You're most welcome. I'm still reintegrating. I'm still coming back to my form. The honor is all ours. And I sense that there may be my great collaboration coming for us as we continue to expand and support each other.
We've already had that feeling, yes.
We've been communicating with each other.
Indeed.
Mm.
And so a special thank you to Scott and Deborah for bringing us all together.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Indeed.
I will be editing this meditation so that people can have it to play over and over. And we'll put it in our YouTube channel under our very first playlist, Dynamic Segments. And I'll also send it out to our entire group through both Deborah's email list and ours. This is certainly something I think people are going to want to play over and over because it was, as we all can feel, very profound, very powerful.
And let people know that if they repeat it, the energies that come to them will be different each time. It's not a one-off recording. The voices are recorded, but the energy is always a response to each individual in the moment.
I agree. The imprint is endless, and every time you will rediscover different layers of what you also need to integrate. So it's the benefits are beautiful, and this is true every time when you're going to re-emerge yourself in this very beautiful experience. Trust yourself as well.
Wow.
Yes, indeed.
Wow. Well, again, thank you so much, Stargate Experience. Thank you so much, Vivian. And I just want to encourage everybody to go to your websites that we've posted a few times. I'll post them one more time, and I'll turn it over to Deborah for a few moments to give her appreciations.
Yeah, as always, as we come together more and more magic, more wisdom, more sharing emerges from all of us as we connect and continue to remember what we're up to here and continue to allow it to blossom forth. So I love you both very much. You've been incredibly inspiration to me, and it's such a joy to share you with the Global Peace Tribe and now everyone else that's going to love you and appreciate you so much for your mission. So thank you.
Thank you, Deborah and Scott, so much. And Deborah, particularly you, thank you for believing in what we do, and thank you for introducing me to amazing network of people. I'm grateful.
Yes. And I think we're going to end with some incredible music.
Yeah, actually, I want to make a couple of announcements first.
Okay.
Because we always do our Global Peace Tribe announcements. And then we've got Omashar will close us out, as always, with music. So it's almost time for the solstice. And to prepare us for the winter solstice, what an amazing weekend. Last time we had Shri and Kira and their Peace Pyramid. Tonight's been one of my favorite evenings. And tomorrow on the Sacred Sunday show, we're really going to get ready for the winter solstice. We've got Abigail Spinner McBride as a special guest. That's Jeff McBride's wife. And many of you remember Jeff. He is a master magician who was on Saturday Night Live several times. I was in Las Vegas recently, and I had dinner with Abigail and Jeff and got to know her. And she is a pagan priestess and an amazing musical artist. So she's going to be with us tomorrow, along with Omashar and our beloved Fanny Starchild. So we're going to have learning all about kind of the pagan history of the winter solstice. We're going to have a lot of music tomorrow, and then we're going to have community sharing, really sharing with each other as we prepare for the winter solstice. And then speaking of the winter solstice, on December 21st, our beautiful brother Ben Bowler has put together a very special event that's going to happen at 3 o'clock Pacific time, 6 o'clock Eastern. It's a Zoom meeting and a chance for everybody to come together and remember where you were 10 years ago and 2012 and all that's happened. So we're all going to kind of be reflecting. And Stephen Dinan will be with us, Adil, who we talked about, who we are raising money for, Shri and Kira, they'll all be there. And then following that, immediately following that experience, beautiful, beloved brother Omashar is going to be doing a concert. So it's the same Zoom room. You just stay with us. That's again on December 21st from 7:30 till 8:15 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific time, a concert with Omashar. So that's going to be taking place on Wednesday, December 21st. So as always, we are all coming together, World Unity Week and Shri and Kira and the Sign Network and Global Peace Tribe. Earlier today, we were collaborating with the Global Coherence Pulse. You know, it's beautiful how we all are coming together to celebrate, to enjoy life, and to ascend together. Again, thank you so much, Deborah. Beautiful job, beautiful show. And I am going to now turn it over to Omashar to complete our evening.
Well, thank you so much. Holy smoke. I've been taken inside, outside, upstairs and downstairs. And I'm just going to do some muting here. And where are we going? I'm coming back into my body, but before I do, I have to introduce you to somebody who's got all of our backs, and that would be this person. And here we have Archangel Michael, who has all of our backs, right? At least from my perspective. And here's a song. It's an up-tempo song, so please get up in tempo. And pressed all my buttons. I think I'm ready. Yes. Take off your disguise. Show your starry eyes. Open up your heart. Be with me. Truly we're divine. Let your spirit shine. I am one within you and I love you so. I love you so. Just look at us now. Waves of inspiration filling our lives with boundless joy. We're speaking our truth, basking in the pure light, freeing the way for all of us. Take off your disguise. Show your starry eyes, open up your heart, be with me.
we're divine. Let your spirit shine. I am one within you, and I love you so. I love you so. We're here on the new road, where air is so much clearer, creating a world of ecstasy, surrounding us is true love, filling empty spaces, rejoice in the word unity. So take off your disguise, show your starry eyes, open up your heart, be with me. Truly we're divine, let your spirit shine. I am one within you, and I love you so. I love you so. Take off your disguise, show your starry eyes, open up your heart, be with me. Truly we're divine, let your spirit shine. I am one within you, and I love you so. I love you so. Take off your disguise, show your starry eyes, open up your heart, be with me. Truly we're divine, let your spirit shine. I am one within you, and I love you so. I love you so.
Well, there it is.
Let's all twinkle. Our beautiful beloved Omashar, we love you so much. Oh, wonderful. Wow, what an evening. What an incredible evening, everybody. How blessed we are to be together, to be sharing, to be growing, to be awakening together. We are all microcosms of the awakening world. So once again, I'm going to bring Deborah up. Thank you so much. It's always wonderful to co-create with you. So big twinkles for Deborah.
Thank you all. Thank you all for being with us and co-creating with us.
And I hope to see all of you tomorrow morning for the Sacred Sunday show. It's going to be a really good one. Every show is so amazing. And tell your friends. Get people to know about our show. There's so many people that will benefit from it. Look at how we benefit. So let's really have watch parties, whatever it takes. Let people know about the awakening world.
There's a pre-show too with Sri and Kira.
Oh my God, thank you for reminding me. God bless you. Thank you. Yes. Tomorrow, every other week, Omashar and I collaborate with Sri and Kira, and we do a show on Sunday mornings, every other Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 noon Eastern. And I do a little prayer meditation. Omashar plays music, and then Sri and Kira work their magic. So definitely tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time, get your Sunday started that way, and then roll on into our Sacred Sunday show. Thank you, Omashar, for reminding me. Thank you. I think I'm kind of knocked out of my body. I don't know. That meditation, just the whole night, it's been an incredible evening. So,
phenomenal, beautiful.
All right, I'm going to go to gallery view one more time, everybody. So twinkle and wave. And I love you all and look forward to hopefully seeing you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.